Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be talking about fun facts about Marrakesh, Morocco.
Let me tell you, that vacation was amazing. I loved it.
It really was. But before we get into it, my name is Abisinu Ola. Okay, I am born into wealth.
Okay, and I'm Sheye. God has done this.
Why is yours so dry?
I mean, I didn't expect that, okay?
Alright, well, together we're the Shofs, and you can find us on all the platforms. Subscribe down below. But let's get into today's video.
Alright, number one thing about Marrakesh, Morocco, they have a lot of cats. Like, everywhere you go, you see cats. And so,
everywhere.
When we first got there, we were like, why do they have stray cats everywhere? Like, we were so confused. Like, who feeds them? Who takes care of them?
Yeah.
Where do they sleep? It was weird, I tell you, like, you don't understand. You know, coming from Nigeria, you're walking down the road, you see a black cat, immediately start praying and fasting because, you know, our mother said black cats and witches.
That was totally me. Yeah, like the very first one I saw was when we stepped out of our hotel, and literally it was like right at the door. Like we stepped out and I was like, blood of Jesus.
Bro, you should have seen that. She jumped up, like, the camera almost fell out.
I was like, this one, calm down, okay? And then we realized, okay, they're literally everywhere. They're in people's houses, and the citizens, whatever they call them, the Moroccans, they feed them, they take care of them. They're everyone's responsibility.
So we actually asked someone, like, okay, why are there so much cats? Because we were quite confused.
Yeah.
And then they were like, you know, as part of just their culture, they like cats, right? They feed them. Nobody really owns the cats. They're not stray cats, by the way. Nobody owns them. It's just everybody's cat, is what he said.
I know.
Like, they can, at night, they can go into anybody's house and eat there, sleep there.
Isn't that interesting?
I was like, wow. The other thing I'll say actually is their religion too, right? Because it's a predominantly Muslim country. And I think what was shared was that the Muslim religion is more welcoming for cats than for dogs. Or at least that was what the photographer said. And so we were like, okay, between the culture and the religion, now I kind of see how they like cats.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go the other side of something that I found kind of strange.
Okay.
Is like when we're eating in restaurants, they always have a waiter that's just like standing there and just they're just there. And the very first one, the first lunch we had when we literally came from the airport, I was like, Are, this auntie is not gonna sit down. Like, why is she just standing and looking at us? But that was just the beginning of so much more we were gonna experience.
Bro, I tell you, they were literally standing like this. Sometimes they'll put their hands behind their backs.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just standing straight, their hands to their sides.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are they staring at you like?
Yeah, because they're just waiting to serve you. Like, if there's anything you need more water, you need, anything, you need more sauce, they're ready to answer you.
So let me tell you what was weird for us, because in America, before you've even placed your order, the waiter is running away.
They don't have the time.
And then when you need something else, they're like, excuse sir, please come. And then they look at you like this, and then they walk slowly, right? But then here, they were literally there.
Like,
and
that's
their eyes
what
were
they
like this.
to do. I don't know, I found it interesting. I don't know how much I liked it. Like, I wouldn't want to do a job like that, like maybe combine that with some other kind of responsibility. Like, let me be the one wiping the table and also paying attention to people who need more water. Like, what the heck?
Do you know why I didn't like it?
Yeah.
Why I didn't like it was, when we go to restaurants, every once in a while, you want to gossip about the couple there. And then you're like, see that guy, I'm sure it's just seeing that girl. She was so angry for him.
Wow.
We couldn't do that because the waiter was just looking at us like this. So the third thing that I found very interesting about Morocco, well, we went to Marrakesh, right? And in the Medina, which is like a big market square, it was only men we saw selling in the market. Like, it was so different.
Yeah.
Like, I've gone to Tejo Show Market in Lagos, and it's a mix of market women and men. The women typically sell the food stuff sometimes, but they literally sell everything, men and women. In this one, it was literally only men that we saw selling. Whether it was spices or
food,
shoes, clothes, food, underwear.
I'm like, what do the women do? Maybe they don't work. Sin! Shay, please! Look at that!
Whatever, man. You gotta take...
You were slaving me and they don't work. Now it makes sense.
You take care of our wives. No, but we did see some women in the market selling things, but it wasn't so much selling. It was more like those that do henna.
Oh, yeah, that's
And so
true.
it's like, a man... Also, I think a lot of it has to do with their culture and religion. Like, a man that is not your husband will not take your hand and be holding you like that. So the woman is one that does the henna because, women holding women's hand is fine, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't see any... I can't point to any store where I saw a lady as like the store seller, the store owner. Of course, there were ladies that owned restaurants or that were, the hostesses at restaurants.
Yes.
And that was there, right?
But not in the market, like selling stuff. But correct, if you've been to Morocco or Marrakesh specifically, tell us if you saw otherwise, because now I'm curious.
You know, we should have gone to a ladies' lingerie store and like determined if
I don't think they sell that one in the market too.
No, I saw Victoria's Secret there. Oh, but the Victoria's Secret I saw there was very different from America. Like she wore a scarf, the outfit was fully like not covered to the hands, but like she wore like clothes.
Revealing, yeah.
In America, they'll show boobies like this, like yeah.
How do you know?
Because I have to cover my eyes while I'm walking. Yo, let me digress. One time I took Fiji to the store and we walked by Victoria's Secret and he was just so confused. I was like, why is she not wearing any clothes? I was like, yeah, just close your eyes like this, okay?
So wise thing to do. You know, along the lines of that, another fun fact I would say is, at least in comparison to Nigeria, like I saw like the women and the men all rode like their motorbikes. Motorcycle, whatever you guys call it in Nigeria, wherever you're from. Yeah.
Bikes,
that's not keke. Yeah, Okada, yeah. So like the woman, like in Nigeria, for me, at least what I observed, correct me if I'm wrong, but in Nigeria I noticed it was like mostly men who used to ride.
What do you mean mostly men? I've never seen a woman on Okada or on a bike in Nigeria.
Yeah, like 99% men. And then in Marrakesh, it's just like, for them it's just a mode of transportation, especially like in the Medina, which is like the paths are very narrow, so they can't really drive in there. So everybody just gets on their bike, boom, you see the women with their scarves, it's so cute, boom, 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 and then they just like go. I thought that was quite interesting.
The way they ride the bikes though, like boom, boom, like, they come also close and then they stop. But then the weird thing was, even though they were riding the bikes in the middle of the market square, right? And even when we say market square, it sounds so big. But think about it, like if 5 people stand shoulder to shoulder, or 7 people stand shoulder to shoulder, that's the width of the road. People are walking, and as people are walking, people are riding bikes like this.
Yeah.
But the strange thing was, they were very respectful while riding the bike. You'll never really think that they're going to hit you. But it was interesting to see guys and ladies ride the bikes.
And they had a system like you walk on the right, so they will always tell us like tourists. As soon as they see your tourists, they're like
Nigeria.
Like always walk on the right, and then the motorbikes go on the left. Yeah.
All right. The other thing we noticed was the streets in the Medina were very, very, very clean.
Oh yeah.
Let me put it this way. Lagos can never. No, even better.
She don't down your country like this. No way.
Even better, New York City can never. Like, sorry, for those in America, New York is filthy.
New York is gross though.
Like the Medina, and when you think about it, think about all back in the 18th century, where you had mud castles and mud buildings, right? The Medina had that kind of feel.
That vibe, yeah.
Yes, the roads were very clean. I didn't see a speck of trash on the floor.
I mean,
did you?
A speck? I mean, yeah.
I said trash, not dirt.
But it was pretty clean, and you would see like the market sellers always constantly cleaning. You just see them do their spraying water, they're cleaning, they're scrubbing. They don't even say whether you're walking by, but it was like everyone's responsibility to just keep it clean. I really liked
the more important thing was I didn't even see trash cans in different places, like around the Medina. Yeah. So I feel like people, maybe they may have trash, but then they hold it, and when they get home, they drop it somewhere. Yeah. But it was so clean. I was like, man, I can sleep on this floor.
Nigeria, we need to get there so that tourists can also I would too want to come vacation in Lagos or whatever.
Like there were parts about the Medina, and I was like, oh, this is just Nigeria. What's so different, right? And so imagine if like parts of Nigeria are like that amazing, and we brand it like this is the historical market.
Okay.
With the Oba of Ogun. Well, Ogun doesn't have Oba, but you get the idea.
Okay, so point number 7 that I was gonna say.
7? What happened to 6?
6 that I was gonna say was like, the first few days that we were in Marrakesh, I didn't really notice kids, and I kept telling Shei, I'm like, where are the children in this? Like something is off. Like I was like, I feel like we're tucked away in some tourist area that's just like, this is not their reality, because I don't see children. Like where do they live? Where are they? Whatever. And like
so it was weird. Like
it was very weird.
Like we didn't see kids. I will tell you though that it was also a weekday, right? So there were 2 things, right? It was a weekday, and then it was the Ramadan when they were fasting. Yeah. So I don't know if that's the reason, but we thought
Ramadan was
we thought they used to have children that they were just, you're my husband, you're my wife, and that's it. We don't touch each other.
No. I mean, obviously, I knew they had children, but I just thought maybe like they just created this artificial like tourist area for us to come visit, and then they had their like main area where they're like, okay, these are our people, this is where we stay, this is where we shop, this is where we eat and everything, and they just left us in one side of the city. But at the end of the day, like after Ramadan was over and it was weekend, I don't really know which one was the case, but listen, when I say I started seeing children, they were so adorable. I was like, here they are, oh my god, these cute children.
her ovaries. She wanted to start having kids.
I was so happy, and then I just kind of felt more connected to my kids that were all the way on the other side of wherever they, the earth, whatever. But anyway, it was just really cute to see them, and the way they dress, like,
oh Lord, it was the cutest.
So cute. I loved it.
In the middle of the heat, you'll see a little girl wearing, like, what do they call it, leggings or stockings?
Yes, they wore these stockings, and like it's like almost like you're going to church. How the kids dress, like that's how they came out to the market square, all dressed up and everything.
I guess for them it was like an outing.
They're going out.
I mean, think about it. They had been stuck in the house fasting for like a month.
That's true.
I don't know if kids fast, but they were stuck in the house for a month. Then it was also a weekday, and then that Saturday was the Saturday Ramadan ended. So everybody, the adults were
came
happy.
out. Me, I was happy. I was happy for them.
So yeah, the kids were really, really excited. They did a lot of things, and they were like, okay, they actually have kids. They don't import children to fill their population. All right, what was number 7?
Our final point is how wonderfully kind and nice the people in Marrakesh are.
I was supposed to take that point though.
All right, you go for it.
People in Marrakesh were actually really, really nice. Like, you think that they're just trying to sell, or it's because of the touristy town. But no, they were actually genuinely nice. Like, you can tell is from inside. Like, you can't fake it. You're not trying to quickly sell to someone.
Yeah, I really liked it. I would say like 2 things that I noticed that just really melted my heart personally was, one, when we were having our dinner, like our anniversary dinner, and there was a lady that was like a beggar or whatever. She was sitting in front of the restaurant, and the waitress from the restaurant took food for her, wrapped it, and like went outside to go give her the food. And that just really touched my heart because, like, I mean, I know people do it everywhere, but for them, it's just like part of their culture.
Sister, I don't think I've ever seen that done in America. I know that in America they give, at the end of the night, they give the leftovers, right? But I don't know that I've seen that in the middle of like, business, peak time. You pack a dish and you go give to someone outside. Now, that's not to say that they don't do that in America.
Sure do it, yeah.
I've just not seen it.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's just part of their culture to just like feed people. Or the other one that really touched my heart, like we were like having street food. We're just sitting outside on the benches in the market, and like this guy was grilling sausage, and this little girl was just,
sausage. Oh, then I have one for fish after that.
Oh, really?
Okay, you say your story.
Yeah, he was grilling sausage, and this little girl in her cute dress was just like walking by, and he sees her and he just flips one sausage and hands it over to her. She says thank you, and she just goes by. Like, it's just normal for them. And I understand, like, in America there's all these regulations that you can't do this and you can't do that because people have allergies and stuff like that. For me personally, it was just kind of refreshing to see that kind of like just genuine kindness. Yeah.
More importantly, the same guy or maybe another guy was grilling fish. It was the same station where we were eating. Anyway, it was grilling fish, and then there was a cat walking by, and so they gave the cat fish. But let me tell you, they put paper there, like newspaper, and they put the fish on top of the paper, and they actually walked and gave it to the cat like this.
Are you serious?
Bro, I was like,
Yo, you know what I'm thinking right now? The people in Nigeria will be like watching this, they'll be like, how people eat lose mind. Like,
I mean,
she cash your logo like you saw on family.
no, translate. It's okay. No,
Okay.
I mean, I get it though. Like, but it's also part of their culture. They really do welcome cats. Like, it's not just they're getting cats to kill Mickey the Mouse. No, they actually welcome cats and they take care of them, and it's like it's everybody's. Because think about it, if it's your cat and you're grilling, and your cat may be hungry, maybe not hungry, you just put one fish there and your cat eats and is happy, and that's the same thing they did. Like, it's everybody's cat. But even the guy that was serving us food, right? Like, it was very friendly.
That's true.
It wasn't just because he wanted a tip. Like, you can tell when somebody's being friendly because it's a tip versus when they're nice. And it was like, oh, Obama, he went from somewhere, brought a hat, took a photo with me. Or like even our cab driver, I was taking photos. Nice. He was like, go away. I took her phone, took a photo, took it like this, like this, like that. Then he said, okay, now go and join her. Okay, pose this way.
I mean, the photos were all tilted and stuff, but it was really nice. So, I mean, like overall, I just really, it's just a nice. It's nice when people are good. Like, I just really, that's my love language. I like when people are just genuinely good people.
You see why she married?
So yeah, he's a cool guy.
Alright, so if you guys are thinking about going to Morocco, these are just some of the little things that you can look out for, right? Of course, I'm sure there's a lot more that we didn't get to experience because we were only there, 7 days?
And we were there during Ramadan as well. So.
Oh yeah, that's a major thing. Don't go during Ramadan, otherwise.
That's right.
It wasn't, we had to do a lot of activities, right? Just for ourselves, but it wasn't like we experienced the full culture.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But overall, it was an amazing time in Marrakesh, Morocco. I'm inspired to start traveling the world, please.
Guys, you have to subscribe to our YouTube so we can make money so she can travel, bro.
Please subscribe, but still, organize.
Hey, every other day I organize.
Hey, what?
Alright guys, it's been fun. Subscribe, like, comment. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.